What is up, beautiful YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Shenanigans. My name is Chad. This is my wife Dia. We are back with another great, excellent, fantastic reaction video. I'm not gonna get offended with this video. I can already tell you. Like, the title may offend others.
What's the title?
It won't offend me because it's saying, cause I know they gonna be talking crap. It's like, how can you tell someone is an American without them telling you? There's some people who take their American.
I was gonna say their accent.
No, they take it like to the next level. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. We ain't gonna go into detail, but we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's some people who take that to the whole nother chapter of chapters. Oh, yeah, let's just come to the video because I'm gonna ruffle some feathers.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
So I'm American, but I studied abroad in London during college, and we had like some orientation to like tell us about, you know, what it was like studying abroad. And they said, you know, you have to do things because people will notice that you're American. There are things that Americans do that they don't do in England, like
I'm gonna get to the point.
Smile at strangers on the sidewalk. And I thought, what kind of psychopath smiles at a stranger on the sidewalk? Like, why are you even telling me this? Is super weird. Fast forward, I get to London, I'm excited, I go for a walk around my neighborhood, and people keep looking at me weird. I'm like, God, these guys are kind of assholes. And then I realize I'm the psychopath smiling at strangers on the sidewalk.
Dang, so they really don't?
Wait.
Can you tell someone is an American?
So they really don't smile?
I don't smile at people on the sidewalk. I don't smile.
I don't make it awkward either.
I mean, if they smile at me, I smile. Like, you know, like...
Without them telling you they're American.
Well, Americans, or at least the most of them, they can't drive a manual. And it's not just that, but when they find out that anyone in the world can drive one, they look at you like you're totally insane. Now, I don't know about America, but at least in most countries in Europe, you don't get a driver license if you can drive a manual. That's like basic stuff for us.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
So I'm actually American, but I lived overseas for like 10 plus years. I've lived in Africa and Europe, and I've been pretty much everywhere. So let me tell you how I can tell if you're an American tourist or not. One of the biggest definers is how you dress. Any man I see that's wearing cargo shorts, I immediately know is American. Also, footwear tends to be a pretty big identifier. American sneakers are pretty ugly, and lots of people don't really wear sandals overseas. Also, depending on where you are, your height can be a huge identifier. I lived in the Netherlands for 4 years, and the Dutch are a very tall people. So anyone that was 6 foot or shorter, I could kind of tell. Also, the very obvious one is Americans tend to be louder than other people. You pretty much make it known whether you want to or not, because Americans have such loud voices. Also, at least in Europe, Americans tend to dress more for comfort than style. Almost 100% of my fashion sense nowadays is because I lived in Europe. Europeans dress up just to go to the grocery store.
For you. How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
Extremely white and functional trainers or sneakers and baseball caps.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
I was serving a table of Americans once, and they were driving down from Dublin on a motorway, and they asked us why there was a castle in the middle of the motorway and why we didn't just knock it down to put the motorway through it. The thousands-year-old castle, sure.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
I can answer this question. I live in Paris currently, and I noticed that us Americans are very loud and excitable.
That is
so
crazy.
If you're like
Are
in
we
a public
loud?
touristy areas and especially on the metro and see a very loud group of people, 9 times out of 10, they're Americans.
That's wild.
My current theory on why that is because Americans have a bigger personal space bubble than Europeans, so we have to like yell to get the point across. Also, I don't know if this is exclusively Americans, but we wear a lot of graphic tees with branding on it, and we always get hot and take our coats off. And for some reason, the French never get hot. It could be 75 degrees, and they will wear coats and scarves, and I don't know what witchcraft that is. It must be blood magic, because, like, they're fine. They're not breaking a sweat. And those, like, mark us as great targets for grifters and scam artists.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
Usually it's the clothing. It's either you can see them wearing brands that are not readily available here in Germany or in Europe, or it's a certain style, like an
This makes me
athleisure
not want
wear
to travel
that's
nowhere.
just not very common here. Like even to go to the supermarket, people will still throw on a pair of jeans and a sweater, even if it's their messiest look. They'll still kind of look kind of put together, whereas you'll see someone literally shopping in their slippers. And you know that person's an American. People here tend to, kind of dress up even to go shopping. Also, volume.
God, they're just making us seem ghetto as heck, man. I like
at least 200 feet away.
Just let us know we ghetto then. Just say it. All you gotta do is say it. I know y'all want to say it.
How
Americans
can you
are ghetto.
tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
So a little story time. So I used to be a
gotta hear
waiter at a 4-star hotel near a Formula 1 circuit, and like every so often, because of the circuit, we had loads of people coming from different countries, so Japan, America, Canada, all that sort of stuff. Had some Americans come in and sit on my table. Their food was included, but their drinks were not, so they were paying for their drinks.
Okay.
I could tell they were American/Canadian. I couldn't tell by the full accent, but I could tell they were American as soon as they tipped, because they tipped a considerable amount compared to their actual bill price, and it was quite a bit of a shock on the actual tipping culture in America.
Question for you. How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
Is Hitler still your president?
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
If I ask them where they're from and they start to reply with percentages, they're American. If I tell them I'm Italian and they say they're Italian too because their great-grandpa was an immigrant, they're American. If they say stuff along the lines, oh, I have pizza every Saturday night, so we are the same, they're American. If they start to speak in like a mafia boss accent, like the ones from the movies, they're American. If they say, I went to Europe once, they're American. Because they're the only ones who don't know Europe is not just one country. If they don't understand the time on my phone, they're American.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
Oh my god, here we go. Obnoxiously loud in public transportation. Will talk slowly to you even though you speak perfect English. Always wearing their collared sweatshirts and a baseball cap.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
I'm about to point me
Now
out.
that is indeed a good question because as a European and a Dane, we kind of figure it out quite easily. Here are some of the following statements or comments that I've got or heard.
So she got a list again.
Hej, hvad kan jeg gøre for dig i dag? I'm sorry, I don't speak German. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were a tourist. What can I get for you today? Oh my god, like your accent, Oh my god, your accent. I cannot believe that you guys in Denmark are so nice because I thought you were all communists, like the Russians. Excuse me, hey? Yeah, what can I get for you? Would you please translate that on the board because I don't understand that. Sure thing, it says cappuccino, but that is not a Danish coffee, like, I want a Danish coffee.
I don't know
You mean filterkaffe? Yeah, that one. That is the Danish coffee, right?
How can you tell someone?
You know what's crazy? I do that all the time. We go to Mexican restaurants and then someone be like in straight Spanish, and then she be like, "Are you gonna get out?" Or we go or order, not even a restaurant, like let's say a truck. Like, babe, you know they speak Spanish. Like, I can't even read the damn list. Like, what am I supposed to tell them? Like, and I gotta go up there and look stupid. Let me get the and I gotta try to sound.
It makes me laugh. So
like, why you just don't get out? I ain't got time to be looking American.
But you do. But you do well, because, like, sometimes, like, he brings out the Spanish in him, and, like, the women usually, or the men, like, that are taking his order that, only speak Spanish, they'll look at him and be like, like, they like,
you
then,
speak a Spanish?
Then he gets all excited and, like, pats himself on the back and be like, yeah, they like my Spanish. I'm like...
It's on point.
Someone is an American without them telling you they're American.
I'm going to tell a story to answer this question. I used to work at a National Historic Site, and we get a lot of visitors from all over the world. And since this is Canada, whenever you'd interact with a visitor, you'd say, hello, bonjour, giving them the choice to speak English or French. Anyway, this guy comes in, and he's got a cowboy hat on, a buttoned-up shirt that's tucked into his jeans, he has leather boots, and to top it all off, his belt has American dollar bills printed on it. So me and my coworkers did our thing. We said, oh, hello, bonjour. And instead of just saying hi and continuing on with things, he stopped in his tracks, looked at us, and said, we don't speak that funny language. didn't clarify which language he was talking about, but I think it was French. So yeah, that's how I could tell he was American.
You tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American.
One of the things I learned when I did my study abroad in Ireland is that the way you can tell American is American without having to hear them speak or anything is right here. Tennis shoes. Typically, white tennis shoes. I don't own any white tennis shoes, but only Americans will wear tennis shoes nonstop. most people in Europe wear like Doc Martens or like a dress shoe that's still really comfortable. But tennis shoes, when they're not at the actual gym, nope. You stand out as an American.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
They ask you some stupid questions, like, why is everything closed on Sunday in Germany? Or why do you call soccer football? Or even, why is your coffee so yellow and sparkling?
That's beer.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Like their face. Do you know what I mean? How are you? Shut up.
How can you tell someone is an American without them telling you they're American?
It's actually kind of weird because we can spot you from the distance, and I'm not joking. Like, you have this aura, this glow, you glow American. American tourists are usually very loud, very excited, and in a party mode, and very outgoing. I'm from Germany, so most of the time American tourists are very drunk because you always want to try the German beer, which is great. These are all great things, but German people are usually, I'm not, but German people are usually very down to earth, like low-key, in their own little bubble, don't want to talk to strangers mode, and you're like, I want to be in your bubble, let me in your bubble, which is great, but it can be annoying, but I like American tourists, like especially on pub crawls, drinking beers with them. It's very awesome, meeting them, talking to them. Americans are at the Oktoberfest. Who are not?
What is the weirdest perverse interest an ex of yours has had?
This wasn't an ex, just a girl I kind of hooked up with. The first time we did it, she pooped inside the bed. And me being understanding, I'm like, shit happens. She probably had something spicy. The second time it happened, the day after, I was thinking, okay, diarrhea sometimes transfers into the second day. The third time it happened, I go, hey, what's going on here? And she goes, I like doing this. And me, once again, being understanding, I go, hey, hop in the shower. We can cuddle after. While she's showering, I grab all the bed sheets. I take the mattress out back. I throw everything out. She comes out of the shower. I go, hey, this isn't going to work out. And for those of you who have been watching me, that's why I didn't have a mattress at the beginning of this year.
What's the most embarrassing proof you have of middle school you?
I can already tell I'm going to regret this one, but... and that's not all.
What is that?
I think Little Monsters. Oh my god.
I think when she was like, oh, Germany people, like, they're just like, I think they're just they're very in my opinion, from like what I get off of them, I feel like they're just very like to themselves. Like, they're not friendly, I guess you can say. Like, I wouldn't say friendly because that sounds bad, but I feel like they're very to themselves. Like, they're very
stand
like,
out that much?
Do we?
That's crazy.
I don't think I do.
They technically do this whole video.
I don't smile at people.
I think technically through this whole video they call us ghetto.
Yeah.
I got ghetto. That's all I. The only thing that went through my mind was ghetto.
I don't smile at strangers because if I smile at you and you don't smile at me, it's gonna piss me off because I just wasted a perfectly good smile on you, so and now you just ruined my mood by being rude and not smiling at me when I just smile at you.
So they just dress plain over there. They just plain dressing. Maybe I need to go over there. I like to just be plain. I'm not wearing no Doc Martens around though, because I heard some things hurt.
We don't get dressed up unless we going out, but
they say they dress up to go to the grocery store in certain places. They be dressed up in the grocery store.
I don't get dressed
up.
I
wouldn't mind walking around seeing people fancy in the grocery store though.
No, did they say Americans do or they do?
They do. We don't. We come like cat, but they say they dress up like just to go to the grocery store.
Maybe to find somebody.
Be up in there, be in aisle 5.
How did you guys meet? We were picking tomatoes.
Like that's crazy. I couldn't get dressed to go to no store though. Like,
I barely want to get dressed.
I have my groceries delivered now.
My everyday dressing is literally his shirts, some biker shorts, and Crocs or sneakers.
I hate going to the grocery store now. Ever since they started Instacart, it's the worst thing ever. And I'm not saying I'm lazy, y'all. I just it's cool. Like
we're so busy.
Busy schedule. Like heck yeah,
we're very busy.
Deliver these groceries.
But sometimes we do go because sometimes you can't get.
And how is guys'
grocery.
prices is now? Before it's like, okay, let's just drive to the grocery store. By the time I drive our truck to the grocery store and come back, I done already paid Instacart what they would pay. Like, might as well just go ahead and let them deliver it. Like, I'll probably save, honestly. What you
And
leave
he
a little
likes
tip.
our Instacart lady. She's the same one.
Yeah, so like I'll be like, let me leave the truck there for a little bit.
He likes her. He's like, oh, it's her again, and they be texting and stuff. And she's like a little old lady, not old, but she's
older.
Yeah, she's
She
older.
cool though. She cool.
And but Child's like, he just gets
I'll be
excited
out
for
there
her.
helping
Like,
I'll be helping her with the groceries. So she's like, thank you so much.
yeah, like when she comes, like he literally like opens the garage and goes and helps her with the bags and stuff. And I'm
But
like,
it's messed up. She said she had to carry
no,
cases of water
it's
in.
cute. I love it, but it's just funny.
She said some dudes left her like she had they ordered 6 cases of water and she said they literally sat there and watched her carry them in her house and they like into their garage. And I'm like, nobody helped. She's like, no. She's like, I get so many calls
She's
like
not
that.
old, like old, but she's like
She's
probably like your
late
mother's
50s.
age.
She like
yeah, like
50,
a mom's
60s,
age.
easy. But hey, regardless, as an older woman, like you should feel like if I ordered 4 cases of water, I'm not gonna open my garage and sit there and be like, yeah, go ahead and just bring them in.
Put
here.
them right there.
Right? Like no, I was like, that's stupid. Like I don't know.
But y'all
Americans.
like okay.
Americans.
That was good.
I'm calling y'all out.
Do we have anybody from other countries? Like, do you guys agree with them? Like, are you guys? Because I know we do have some followers out of the country, you know, overseas and stuff. But I was curious, like, do you guys think that about Americans? Or if you are American, are they lying or telling the truth? Like, let's be honest.
We might be a little ghetto.
I don't think we're.
They said we party a lot. That's why. Like she said, they usually seen us get drunk and be all over the place.
I think I would say we're louder than most people, but then again, it's just like I don't know.
I wonder how it be in their bars and stuff. If they say they quiet, like they just be like, you be like, oh, hi, like what's up, y'all? They probably just be like, yeah, just having a beer.
That's
today.
an American.
I can't stand those. I'm not that person. I hate loud people.
So dress shoes, like, so they don't own sneakers. So their sneakers is
It's
literally
dress
just for
they got the dress
working
shoes.
out.
That's probably why it costs so much for buying stuff over here, Doc Martens and stuff. Because they.
But why? Okay, so what do they wear when they just go into the store?
Doc Martens. I'm about to give me a pair.
What do they wear just to go eat?
Buy some dress shoes.
So they're in dress shoes all the time?
They gotta be. They crazy. They feet gotta be hurt.
Dress shoes hurt?
Some? Heck yeah. Anyways, let us know. Don't forget to answer those questions.
Are
Drop
you
a
guys
like.
like that? Do you guys get all dressed up to go to any store? Like, do you guys are like that? Or do y'all just like throw something on really quick, go to the store?
I wouldn't make it there.
We don't be looking like a
Not about
mess,
dressing up.
but
Not to go to no grocery store.
we don't be looking dressed up either. We go in like, well, it's easier for guys, so that's just out. Y'all could go in shorts, sweats, pants, and a shirt, and you guys are considered fine.
I
looking.
don't care what people. That's the problem. You talking about worried about what somebody else thinking about. I don't.
No, I'm
care.
saying like it's easier for y'all. Like y'all could technically like
I'll get out and just be like the people who dress up the most be the brokest. I'm not about to worry about y'all with y'all stuff on this store. Like, brother, you worried about my outfit and that's your problem. Don't worry about what I'm wearing in here.
But I'm saying like it's different for a guy because you can go like your casual can also be looked at as dressed up.
That's what you want to call it.
Whereas girls, it's like we either look, you know.
No.
I mean, it depends because like when COVID was going on, well, it's still going on, but like you know how like you couldn't really go out and stuff. Like we did like get dressed up, not dressed up like fancy, but we did like throw on some good stuff because we're like, dang, we could finally get dressed and just go out, like we did. But now it's just like it is too hot in Baker. So right now, what do you think it is?
It ain't that high yet. Well, it might be a 3. 98.
Right now it's 98. It is supposed to get up to 106 this week. I don't have time to get dressed all cute and stuff. It's too hot.
Well, we're going to end this video here because we are 18 minutes in the game. But we
But they
appreciate
love us
y'all
enough to
coming
see it
in.
through.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We'll see y'all on our next video.